Tried and true favorite, already popular. Over 8 million Egg Harbor salmon fillets have been sold on QVC. Everyone you talk to at QVC has a story of how they got the Egg Harbor salmon fillets and now they will never go back. I gave it to my dad for Father's Day. I sent this to him in a bill to ship to. He called me up. He said, Rachel, these have become a staple in our home. Please send me more. And I said, coming right up, and more are on the way to him. I think he got them last week. They are wonderful, and you have a chance today to bring home 10 large 6-ounce Faroe Island premium salmon fillets for $109, under $11 per serving. We do have auto delivery available every 60 days for 1 year. Brittany, let's dive in because these are so popular. Everyone loves them.
And you asked me earlier about Egg Harbor and kind of what our passion is and what we streamline, and that is knowing your source. Yeah. The Faroe Island salmon truly changed how I ate in general, because before that I didn't realize how important knowing your source was when it came to an item like this. So if you're not familiar, the Faroe Islands are located just north of Scotland in an absolutely beautiful, pristine body of water. But what's really unique about the space is there's a very strong Arctic current that flows through right there between those fjords and sounds and keeps the water very cold and then very clean. So the salmon are out there. They're fed an all-natural, hormone-free, and antibiotic-free diet. So the result is this kind of beautiful orange, vibrant orange color with these stripes here, which is the marbling, breaking down, giving us that beautiful texture, similar to a steak.
Yeah.
Great marbling always equals a great texture. But what we do from there, after they've been fed an all-natural, hormone-free, antibiotic-free diet, is we center cut these for you. They're boneless, and they are skinless, and they are individually packaged and blast frozen. Wow. So the result really gives you a mild flavor that a salmon should have. And then it also gives you that incredible texture. So you can kind of just peel apart your piece of salmon, sort of where that marbling used to be and broke down, and give you that incredible texture that a salmon really should have.
Yes. And you know what my dad said? He said this is the only salmon that I've tried that doesn't fall apart when I grill it.
Yes, absolutely. It's a very substantial piece of fish. I actually want to switch spots with you.
Please, yes.
Really quick, because I'm sauteing one with a pan sauce, and this is actually going to be finished way before you and I are even done chatting.
Okay, so you just placed it in the pan with some butter?
I did. This is one of the social media sensations that everybody is referring to as marry me chicken or marry me salmon.
Got it.
But really, it's just like a Florentine.
Okay.
It's kind of that creamy blush sauce. So what I do is I put it in for just a few minutes on one side, and then I flip it, and then I'm going to add my cream.
Oh, wow.
And then I'm just going to add a little bit of tomato sauce. My butter's in there. And then I'm going to walk away from this for a couple minutes.
Yeah, let everything get all
bubbly and cheesy and beautiful. But like I said,
delicious.
You've seen this recipe for a long time. They just calling it something different now on social media, but everybody seems to be really liking it. So I make it a lot. But I think, you know, you talk about your dad loving this dish. I think it's because there's so many different things that you can do with a piece of salmon.
Yes.
Especially one that has been individually packaged for you.
Look at the size of this, Brittany. So often, I'm like, I'm going to treat myself. And I go to the grocery store and I look at the salmon. And if it's this size, maybe there's 2 fillets, it is so much money. This gives you a wonderful price. You're under $11 per serving. So please use that phone number, 800-500-7590. Again, over 8 million of these fillets have been sold on QVC. That's quite a few of these fillets, and it all comes down to where you source the fish and that wonderful flavor.
I love that you brought up kind of being in the grocery store too, because sometimes when you are in the grocery store, your salmon has been frozen previously several times.
Oh, gosh.
A lot of that is an attribute to the smell that people don't like when they're cooking seafood in their home. It was one of the very first things that I started asking people. Why don't you cook salmon at home? Why do you only order it in a restaurant? And a lot of the reason from people was, I don't like the way that seafood smells in my house.
Right.
The individual packaging and blast freezing means that you are the very first person that is going to go ahead and defrost this.
That's
So
amazing.
think about what we're making right now. I mean, do you smell fish right now? Do
No,
you
I don't smell fish at
garlic
all. And I'm literally,
butter?
I'm in front of a raw fish and I
Yes,
don't smell
yes.
anything. It's just beautiful. I smell all of those great garlic and buttery flavors. That flakiness is so beautiful. Can I use this fork?
Yes, please do.
Perfect.
And these have just been baked, so there's no seasoning whatsoever.
So
on
these were done in oven?
These were done in the oven. And you know, salmon is so versatile. We can air fry it, bake it, ovenable, broil, grill, pan saute like I'm doing here, poach. The options just really keep going on and on.
Oh, wow. It's so flavorful, that tenderness, none of the fishiness that some people don't like about salmon. If you love salmon, salmon is one of my favorites when I go for any restaurant. And you're right, Brittany, I often wait for a restaurant to order salmon because I'm not so sure about getting it from the grocery store. I'm not so sure how I'm going to prepare it. I often have to trim things. I have to get the skin off. I have to sometimes debone. These come to me. All I have to do is defrost and cook, and that's it.
So incredibly easy. And salmon's also a temperature-rich fish. I mean, if you like eating your salmon a little bit more on the rare side, you can do that. If you want it completely well done, like I have here with that really beautiful crust, that's an option as well. I mean, this is one of the fish that if you go out to dinner, you will see Faroe Island salmon on the menu if that's what they're using. The chefs across the country want you to know that they are using Faroe Island. And I see it more and more and more. The more we go out, the more we travel. I mean, we were at a little restaurant in Vermont.
Yep.
On
I love
ski
Vermont. I'm from New
season.
Hampshire originally, so Vermont is beautiful. I went to grad school in Vermont.
Right? It's
Yeah,
amazing.
It's amazing. It's so beautiful.
We saw Faroe Island salmon on one of those really cool like steakhouses that they have up there that are super cozy with all the fireplaces.
Yes.
And it said Faroe Island salmon on the menu because this is something you can get in. The chefs are using, they get it in frozen, and they're the very first person that's defrosting it. So it's a beautiful meal to serve their guests.
I was also surprised when you said in your notes that this is also something that sushi chefs are looking for as well.
Our Japanese restaurants are using this as well.
Wow.
I think for that reason as well. Again, being the very first person to defrost something, I mean, think about it. If you go somewhere like a grocery store and maybe you want to buy like a big piece in bulk, maybe they're having a great sale, you want to bring it home, you want to freeze it. Okay. Has it been previously frozen once, twice, maybe 3 times? Now maybe you're going to cut a piece, freeze it,
Right.
pull it back out. I mean, how many times are you really freezing this piece of fish? So
Right.
it goes a long way with that, but it's also really high in protein. And again, almost any style, any sauce work. It's so versatile with cooking methods and preparation methods that there's a lot that you can do with this.
I would absolutely encourage that auto delivery because you're going to be like my dad and my stepmom who get this home and then it becomes something that you reach for because of the ease, because of the taste. How often can you say the best salmon I've ever tasted is also the easiest salmon I've ever had to prepare because it's going to come to me in individual portions. I defrost, I cook in a skillet, I put it on the grill like my dad does, and I'm absolutely good to go. $109 brings 10 of these. These are large, 6 ounces, and you can get them on Easy Pay for $21 and change. Free shipping and handling. Go on that auto delivery every 60 days for 1 year. You can cancel anytime, and you get free ship for all of those subsequent auto deliveries that come. Ooh, is this going to be like a salad, a seafood salad?
So this is something that I do a lot as far as like a salmon salad in a tuna fish can style way. However, sometimes I do it like a what do they call it? The charcuteries.
I love that. I haven't heard that before.
So I will take a little tray like this, pretzels, a little crudité, some peppers, carrots, maybe tortilla chips, and then I'll take 1 piece of salmon.
Okay.
Always make an extra the next day. I always do something like this.
Yeah.
And then I add a little bit of mayonnaise.
Okay, great. Here, should I bring these closer to you?
Yeah. And then a little bit of red onion. Again, the ingredients can just be your favorite way to make
right, however you love it.
High in omega-3s, high in omega-6s, not coming out of a can.
Right. They always say we should eat more fish. Now you have it in your freezer ready to go, so you have that ability to just have fish and get all of those benefits that we know fish gives us.
And this is just a way to make the salmon really casual.
Oh,
I mean, it doesn't have to be a full sauteed dinner. It doesn't have to be something that you're making, for a special occasion. This could just be you had salmon on Saturday night and Sunday you wanted to whip together a dip for the game.
Wow. I mean, it's honestly something that if you go and talk around QVC and you ask people about the different foods that they love to order from QVC, Faroe Island premium salmon always is at the top of the list.
Always.
It really becomes that go-to. You know it for the quality. You're going to get that quality every single time. There are wonderful 5-star reviews here, hundreds of them, and you're getting all of the benefits. That looks so delicious. And that was 1 fillet or 2 fillets?
That was, it was actually 1.5 that I used here, just because I had a little extra.
That's quite a bit.
Look how pretty this is. And then again, just put it out as a little dip. You could have a little board pre-made. If you want to put it on crostinis as an appetizer, the options keep going and going. But there are so many people that just have told me, I always eat salmon. It's, high in protein and I just want it for part of my health journey. But then when they tried this, they actually look forward to that.
Right.
So a lot of times, just a quick kind of rice bowl like this.
Oh, that's great. I love a good rice bowl with all those veggies in there.
Yep.
And then when you add the right type of protein, it makes such a big difference to really give you that bite, that taste, that flavor that really you love. This is M52643. You're seeing Brittany there placing it into that rice bowl. That's just 1 fillet, and that's quite a big portion, 6 ounces. And you're getting these 10 of those 6-ounce fillets. They're going to come to us just like this. So Brittany, what are the different ways that I would cook? How would I cook these once I get it and I defrost it?
So once you get this home, you want to defrost it for about 20 to 30 minutes in a bowl of cold water.
Okay.
And a great rule of thumb when it comes to fish is every inch is about 10 minutes if you're going to be pan sauteing or grilling. So if you're
I didn't know that.
Isn't that a great,
That's great
rule of thumb? So if you are grilling, put it in some foil, maybe a little butter and lemon, 10 minutes. If you're putting it in your saute pan, 5 minutes on each side, equaling 10 minutes. If you're putting it in your oven, I always suggest about 18 to 23 minutes, maybe on like 375. It'll be on the box. And then your air fryer, 12 minutes.
That's easy. And on the grill, you try it out, but according to my dad, he doesn't even need to use foil when he puts he just puts it directly on the grill and it doesn't fall apart, according to my dad.
I'm sure. I just don't like to clean the grill afterwards. Ask my husband. I have foil pans. I even have the seafood basket.
Yes.
Anything to eliminate me from having to use that brush to clean the grill.
Yeah.
Because
Grill cleaning is not fun.
I don't know why I don't do it as well as the guys do.
And cleaning the grill will take you longer than it takes to cook the salmon.
Yes, absolutely. I love cooking because a lot of times my husband will help with the cleaning and that's the worst part. So it just works out really, really well. But the salmon can be prepared so many different ways.
Yes.
It's really, just a personal preference. And it pairs well with a lot of great sauces as well. So if you just want to make a 1-pan dinner, put the salmon on a sheet pan, maybe some asparagus, some broccoli, something like that, and put a little olive oil over, a little lemon juice. It just comes out beautiful every single time and easy.
Oh, easy, wonderful, and it all comes down to where the fish comes from. And these are coming from those really pristine cold waters, as Brittany was describing, those Arctic currents coming through. And then these fish are raised in the ocean. So you're getting all of the benefits of that here. And then it's only frozen once. You are the first person to defrost it. So you're going to get exactly what we see here. Brittany, is that a seasoning packet that comes with these?
Yes, you're going to be receiving the Egg Harbor seasoning packet, and it's a beautiful blend of honey granules, a little bit of granulated sugar, onion powder, garlic powder. You can put it on your fish after you've prepared it. You can put it on before. If you already have your favorite salmon recipe, a lot of the viewers that we have spoken to in the past, they have the way that they like to make it.
Yes.
So put it with a little olive oil, a little lemon juice, make a dressing for your salad. It's just a really great blend that goes with a lot of seafoods, but you will be receiving that as well.
Oh, put this into your rotation. It's easy. We all know the benefits of eating more fish, those omega-3s, those omega-6s. You're getting an easy pay of $21 and change over the course of the next 5 months. These will become a staple in your household. My dad actually, because I gave these to him for Father's Day, and then he loved them so much and he asked me to order more. But then he also said, oh, and can you also order me this cod from Egg Harbor? So for a lot of people, this is sort of your entry into Egg Harbor, and you see the level of quality that you get.